In a society that constantly bombards us with stimuli and encourages us to seek instant gratification, Stoicism invites us to return to basics. This ancient philosophy teaches us that happiness does not lie in the accumulation of material goods or in the tireless pursuit of intense emotions, but in the serenity that comes from accepting what is beyond our control and cultivating virtue. In this sense, Stoicism reminds us that less is often more. Our era is characterized by an emotional roller coaster where extremes are the norm. However, Stoicism offers us an alternative way: moderation and reason. By teaching us to control our emotions and focus on what really matters, this philosophy allows us to navigate life's turbulence with greater serenity and wisdom. Instead of being carried away by passions, Stoicism invites us to cultivate a calm mind and find happiness in the little things. More than a simple organization of spaces or agendas, Stoicism is a journey towards a freer and more satisfied mind. It's about prioritizing experiences and activities that really matter, freeing ourselves from the burden of excess commitments and possessions. By simplifying our lives, we cultivate a deep sense of purpose and find greater joy in the little things. Today, we will reveal 5 natural ways to make them fear losing you, based on the principles of this ancient philosophy. We will explore how a philosophy that has endured 2 millennia is not a mere vestige of the past, but an indispensable tool for navigating our present. In an age marked by data overload and hyperconnection, this ancient wisdom offers us a beacon that illuminates the path to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. You will discover simple, practical Stoic exercises that can help you disconnect from the chaos and find an oasis of serenity in your daily life. At the end of this video, you will have learned Stoic techniques, easy to implement, that will allow you to escape the daily hustle and bustle and find moments of calm and tranquility in your daily life. Immerse yourself with me in the world of Stoicism. Find an inner refuge, even in the most hectic moments, that will help you transform chaos into moments of peace and calm to transform your life. Do you feel overwhelmed by the frenetic pace of today's life? So, without further ado, let's begin our introspective journey to discover ancient tools that can radically transform your perspective. This is not just about adhering to moral principles, but about building a life that is deeply rewarding and deeply impactful, that leaves a meaningful mark and brings us deep personal satisfaction. Focus 1. Cultivate virtue and personal integrity. The Stoics see life as an interconnected fabric. For them, a full existence means acting in line with your deepest principles. By doing so, you not only cultivate your own well-being, but you become an agent of positive change in the world, enriching the lives of those around you. At the heart of Stoicism lies the belief that true personal growth is achieved when our actions reflect our truest values. This alignment not only allows us to develop our inner strength, but also enables us to serve others in meaningful ways, contributing to creating a more just and compassionate society. For the Stoics, virtue is the compass that guides our lives. By acting in accordance with the principles of virtue, we not only move closer to moral excellence, but we also become more valuable members of our community. Think of virtue as the highest good in Stoic philosophy. More than just a rule to follow, it is a dynamic path towards human excellence. The Stoics invite us to constantly cultivate our minds and actions, always seeking to align them with reason and nature. Virtue is not a static state, but a continuous process of growth and development. Beyond a simple listing of rules, it is a dynamic and constant exploration of how to achieve the highest standards in everything we think and do. The Stoic philosophers, known for their pragmatic approach to life, identified 4 cardinal virtues that they considered essential to achieving happiness and inner serenity. These virtues, as fundamental pillars of his philosophy, are wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Wisdom, for the Stoics, transcends simple intellectual knowledge. It is the ability to see the world as it is, without emotional filters or prejudices. It is understanding that we only have control over our own actions and reactions, and that external events are beyond our control. By cultivating wisdom, the Stoics sought to navigate life with sound judgment and clear perspective, accepting the inevitable and focusing on what is within their reach. It is, in essence, the compass that guides our decisions and actions, allowing us to live in harmony with nature and with ourselves. For the Stoics, courage transcends mere bravery in the face of danger. It is the virtue that drives us to act with determination, to choose the right path even when circumstances are adverse and the temptation to give in is strong. It is the inner strength that allows us to face life's challenges with a serene and persevering attitude. Stoic courage is not blind impulsiveness, but a rational decision based on our principles. It is the ability to control our emotions, to remain calm in the face of adversity, and to act in accordance with what we consider right and good, even when our emotions tempt us to take another path. According to Stoic philosophy, justice is a cardinal virtue that guides our actions toward others. The Stoics held that acting justly means using reason to treat all people fairly and honorably, always seeking what is morally right regardless of the circumstances. Justice is the glue that binds society together. By acting justly, individuals contribute to a more just and harmonious social order. This virtue involves recognizing our interconnectedness with others and acting in ways that benefit both ourselves and the community at large. Temperance is about self-control and moderation in all aspects of life. Stoicism invites us to cultivate inner serenity through temperance. Instead of getting carried away by the constant changes of the outside world, it encourages us to focus on our internal reactions. By practicing temperance and focusing on our emotional responses, we can develop inner strength that allows us to face the challenges of modern life with greater serenity and balance. By cultivating these virtues, we build a solid foundation for our personal integrity. This growth allows us to navigate life's various circumstances with greater confidence and purpose. Our integrity becomes a beacon that illuminates our path, guiding us towards a more authentic and fulfilled version of ourselves. It's like sowing the seeds of an inner lighthouse. This light guides our conduct, keeping us firm in our principles, both in the most serene moments and in the storms of life. Our integrity, thus strengthened, becomes an anchor that prevents us from deviating from our course. When we live virtuously, our integrity becomes an inspiring example to those around us. Our inner light is projected outward, illuminating the path of others and creating a positive impact on our environment. Thus, our integrity becomes a lighthouse that guides not only our own actions, but also those of those who know us. So, how do we apply this to our daily lives? Start with small, consistent actions. Choose honesty, even when lying would be easier. Show courage by defending someone who cannot defend themselves. Practice temperance by moderating not only what we consume, but also what we say and do. Over time and with constant practice, these choices become habits, and these habits build the character of a person who lives with integrity and purpose. Cultivating a life based on virtue and integrity is a continuous journey toward personal fulfillment. It is not about blindly following a rule manual, but rather about forging an internal moral compass that allows us to make wise decisions and act consistently in any circumstance. True satisfaction in life comes from living in line with our deepest values. Virtue and integrity are not masks we wear, but the very essence of who we are. By developing these attributes, we find an inner peace that no external achievement can match. By embracing the Stoic virtues, we not only transform our own life experience, but we also radiate positive energy that infects those around us. In this way, the practice of Stoicism becomes a tool for building stronger communities and a more compassionate world. For the Stoics, happiness is not found in external pleasures or in the accumulation of material goods, but in virtue. By cultivating virtue, the Stoics sought to achieve eudaimonia, a form of happiness that comes from living in accordance with nature and reason. Virtue is, therefore, the path to a truly happy and satisfying life. 2. Practice emotional resilience and detachment. Developing emotional resilience and detachment is like building an inner refuge, a safe space where you can find peace and calm. It's like forging invisible armor that protects your heart. By releasing expectations and clinging, we free ourselves from emotional burden and open ourselves to new experiences. This inner strength allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and equanimity, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. It allows you to remain calm in the midst of chaos, finding peace even in the most turbulent moments. By detaching yourself from specific outcomes, you free yourself from anxiety and open yourself to new possibilities. It's like learning to surf the waves of life, enjoying the ride without clinging to anyone in particular. Emotional resilience and detachment are two sides of the same coin. The ability to accept what is outside our control and to respond to challenges with strength and flexibility. It is not about being indifferent, but about finding a balance between commitment and acceptance. By developing these qualities, we become conscious observers of our emotions without allowing them to drag us down. Practicing resilience and detachment is investing in our own emotional well-being. It is like sowing seeds of strength within us, which will flourish in times of difficulty. By letting go of what no longer serves us, we create space for growth and transformation. Adversity then becomes an opportunity to learn and evolve. In Stoic philosophy, emotional resilience is rooted in the understanding that while we cannot control external events, we can control our reactions to them. This is not about suppressing feelings, but about recognizing our emotions without letting them dominate us. It's a way to take a step back, evaluate situations objectively, and choose responses that align with our values instead of getting carried away by initial impulses. Detachment in the Stoic sense further supports this resilience. It involves seeing things from a broader perspective, recognizing that everything is temporary and that much of our stress and distress comes from becoming too attached to other people's experiences or results. It is about loving freely without possessing, enjoying without becoming dependent, and participating in life without getting lost in the external chaos. How can we cultivate this in daily life? Start by observing your reactions to small inconveniences or frustrations. Notice when you feel a surge of discomfort or anxiety and pause. In that pause lies your power, the power to choose not to be governed by these fleeting emotions. Consider practicing mindfulness or meditation to improve your awareness and control over your reactions. As you become more adept at noticing your emotional responses, extend this practice to larger challenges. When faced with a difficult situation, ask yourself, what aspects of this can I control? What should I accept? Then focus your energy on the first and practice accepting the second. This approach not only builds emotional resilience, but also leads to deep inner peace. Remember that the goal of Stoic detachment is not to reduce your capacity for joy or connection, but to improve your capacity. Experience them deeply without getting bogged down in the drama or negativity that accompanies them. Imagine life as a river. Emotional resilience is like a stable boat that allows you to navigate its turbulent waters without capsizing. Detachment is the anchor that keeps you firm, without letting you be carried away by the current. By combining both qualities, you become an experienced sailor, capable of facing any storm. By developing emotional resilience and detachment, you prepare yourself to face whatever life throws at you with calm, clarity, and courage. Chapter 3. Live in the present and appreciate the current moment. Stoic philosophy, long before mindfulness was a trend, invited us to anchor our consciousness in the now. Like a surfer catching the perfect wave, Stoics teach us to ride the waves of life without drowning in the past or fearing the future. By living fully in the present, we appreciate the beauty of each moment, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. Stoicism invites us to free ourselves from the chains of the past and the worries of the future. By focusing on the only moment that truly exists, the present, we find deep peace. It is in this moment where our actions have true impact and where we can live fully and authentically. Stoicism teaches us that the present is all we really have control over. We cannot change what has happened, nor predict with certainty what will come. It is in this precise moment where our true existence resides. By focusing on the now, we genuinely connect with life, transforming our daily experiences into richer, more meaningful moments. This simple practice allows us to live more fully and appreciate every moment. When we focus on the present, we are not distracted by what was or what could be. It allows us to engage more deeply with our current environment and the people who inhabit it. Life is made up of an infinite number of fleeting moments, each one with a unique flavor. It is in these small details, like the gentle caress of the sun on our skin, the intoxicating aroma of our favorite coffee, or the genuine smile of someone special, where we find the true essence of happiness. We often underestimate the transformative power of these moments, but they are the ones that enrich our existence and connect us with what really matters. The Stoics invite us to cultivate conscious and deliberate attention to the details of our present experience. This practice involves observing our thoughts and emotions without passing judgment on them, as if we were neutral witnesses of our own mind. It's about observing our thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them. Think of them as watching a play. You can appreciate the drama without becoming an actor on stage. This detachment does not diminish our experience of the present. It enhances it by providing a clarity that often leads to a deeper appreciation of our current circumstances. To practice this, immerse yourself completely in the now. Disconnect from your worries and the past and focus fully on the task at hand. Whether you are walking, talking, or simply breathing, allow every sensation, every sound, and every thought to manifest without judgment. Live every moment as if it were the only one. Whenever your mind wanders to the past or future, gently bring it back to the now. Over time, this practice can lead to significant improvement, a change in the way you experience life that leads to greater serenity and satisfaction. Fully embracing the present is a gift that Stoicism offers us, a way to not only avoid the anxieties of the past and future, but also to truly live the life we have now with gratitude and commitment. Let your mind be a blank canvas and paint the brushstrokes of the present on it. Observe how each moment is revealed to you, like a unique and unrepeatable gift. Listen to the melody of your breathing, feel the rhythm of your heart, and let yourself be carried away by the dance of life. It is a lesson in finding satisfaction and joy in simplicity, a deeply peaceful way to navigate the complexity of human existence. Before, set healthy boundaries using reason. Stoicism teaches us that by using reason, a central virtue of this philosophical system, we can discern what is within our control and what is not, and then set limits accordingly. It is not about erecting barriers that isolate us. We must establish well-defined and understandable boundaries that foster respect for others and for ourselves. It is about drawing clear lines that allow for healthy and respectful interaction based on the recognition of individual limits. Recognizing our ability to influence our environment and the people who live in it is essential. However, it is equally important to accept that this influence has limits. We cannot control or manipulate others or the circumstances of life. Therefore, it is crucial to make conscious decisions about which aspects of our interactions we are willing to accept and which we will reject. This choice allows us to set healthy boundaries and maintain our emotional well-being. Staying true to our principles is essential to living an authentic life. This involves actively rejecting those demands or social expectations that clash with our deepest beliefs. Saying no is allowed. You have the right to refuse demands that require use of your time or that conflict with your values. By refusing to participate in actions that make us feel uncomfortable or that go against our morals, we are protecting our integrity and emotional well-being. It is essential to remember that we have the right to set limits and prioritize what truly matters to us. Prioritizing our well-being is an act of self-love. This involves learning to say no to people or situations that drain us emotionally or cause us stress. By setting healthy boundaries, we are taking care of our mental and physical health. It is important to recognize that we are not obligated to please others to the detriment of our own needs. By refusing to engage in behaviors that harm us, we are demonstrating deep respect for ourselves. The Stoics advise us to step back and evaluate whether a particular demand or relationship aligns with our core principles of living a virtuous life. Ask yourself, is this under my control? Does this align with my values? What will I allow in my life based on reason and not just emotional response? Incorporate small changes into your daily routine to find a healthier balance. Instead of constantly checking your work emails, spend quality time with your loved ones during family meals. Set clear boundaries and learn to say no to additional commitments that may overload your schedule. These small actions will allow you to enjoy the present moments more and reduce stress. The key is to be consistent and clear about your boundaries, communicating them in an assertive but respectful way. By setting boundaries based on reason, we not only protect our space and peace of mind, but also foster relationships based on genuine understanding and mutual respect. It's about giving yourself and others the freedom to coexist in a healthy and balanced way. This Stoic practice teaches us that by respecting our limits and those of others, we navigate life more calmly and effectively and remain faithful to our pursuit of a virtuous life. Number 5. Embrace Amor Fati in relationships. Amor Fati, or love of destiny, is an invitation to embrace life in its entirety, with an attitude of enthusiasm and acceptance. It is not about resigning ourselves to what happens, but about recognizing that each experience, whether pleasant or challenging, is an integral part of our path. By loving our destiny, we cultivate an inner strength that allows us to face obstacles with courage and transform adversities into opportunities for growth. Loving someone with Amor Fati in relationships involves a deep and genuine acceptance of all facets of that person, both those we admire and those that challenge us. It is recognizing that each individual is a complex and unique universe, and that trying to mold it in our image would be to deny the very essence of what it means to love. Conflicts are like stones in the path of any relationship. Instead of seeing them as obstacles that separate us, we can choose to embrace them as opportunities to grow together. By facing challenges head-on, we can deepen our mutual understanding, develop greater patience, and strengthen the ties that bind us. Every disagreement is an invitation to build a stronger, more meaningful connection. Conflicts can be seen as milestones in our journey together, moments that allow us to grow and evolve as a couple. By overcoming these challenges together, we can emerge stronger and with a deeper appreciation for each other. To practice Amor Fati in your relationships, start by reflecting on the impermanence of life and the inevitability of change. This can help you value the time you spend with your partner and approach conflicts with a calm and constructive attitude. When you face difficulties, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you might ask, "What can this teach us?" This shift in perspective can transform challenges into valuable lessons that contribute to the growth of your relationship. Additionally, Amor Fati is about enjoying the journey of your relationship without getting attached to specific outcomes. It is about contributing in a positive and loving way, regardless of the circumstances, trusting that everything contributes to your shared path by fully accepting and loving your destiny together. You create a resilient, adaptive, and deeply connected partnership. Embracing Amor Fati within your relationship fosters a deep connection rooted in acceptance, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to facing life's ups and downs together. It teaches us that true harmony in a relationship does not come from a lack of problems, but from embracing each moment of the journey with love.
To conclude our exploration of Stoic principles within relationships, we realize that these ancient teachings offer much more than philosophical reflections. They provide practical, actionable strategies that can deeply enrich our interactions and deepen our connections. By embracing Stoicism, we learn to cultivate virtues such as wisdom and temperance, practice emotional resilience, live fully in the present, establish healthy boundaries with reason, and embrace life's changes through Amor Fati. These principles not only help us better manage our relationships, but they transform the way we relate to the world around us. Stoicism teaches us that the quality of our relationships depends largely on the inner work we do on ourselves, the virtues we cultivate, and the mindset we adopt. These influence not only our well-being, but also how we relate to others. It's about being genuinely and unconditionally present in the interactions we have with our partner, friends, and family. This presence, grounded in Stoic wisdom, enriches our relationships in ways that are both profound and subtle. Furthermore, establishing limits based on reason and accepting with a loving heart all that life brings are not just strategies for harmony, they are a commitment to living authentically and courageously. These practices help us build relationships that are not only resilient in the face of challenges, but also vibrant and fulfilling in everyday moments. They teach us to appreciate the beauty of the now and find peace even in the midst of tumult, ultimately leading to a more content and impactful life. As we continue to integrate these Stoic practices into our lives, we foster environments where virtue flourishes and genuine connections thrive in our relationships. Built on Stoic principles, they become sources of mutual growth and joy. So let us carry forward the wisdom of Stoicism, not only in our minds, but also in our actions, allowing ourselves to be guided in cultivating relationships that are not only lasting, but long-lasting. Stoicism invites us to weave a life rich in meaning, where our actions are intertwined with our deepest values. By doing so, we not only cultivate a flourishing indoor garden, but we also contribute to the beauty and harmony of the world around us. Each new day gives us the opportunity to put these principles into practice, to cultivate deeper and more meaningful relationships with those around us. By reflecting on our daily interactions, we can learn, grow, and enrich the lives of others. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Remember that the path of Stoicism is not just about learning, it is about transforming these teachings into daily actions. Let us know your opinions and comments. And if you liked the topic we are talking about today, give us a like. I invite you to continue with us so that we can walk together the path of growth and empowerment, hand in hand with the timeless Stoic philosophy.